Hello neighbors, it's Brad here from etrailer, and today I'm with Justin from Diode Dynamics, and we're going to be taking a look at some diode lights, a whole range of them, a lot of different styles. And when it comes to lights, I've found that more light is generally better, whether you're off-roading or just driving out on the road. Being able to see more means that you can, maybe plan for that braking that you need to, or just to have a better view of what's coming up, and it's going to keep you safer long term. So, Justin, there's a lot of different lights there on the market. What makes Diode stand out?
Yeah, first and foremost, our lights are proudly made, designed, engineered in-house in St. Louis, Missouri, so a USA-made product. We're really proud of that. That's really the biggest thing that sets us apart, our quality and our optics. So our optic is a TIR optic. It's a total internal reflection optic. It's a 1-inch thick optic that's going to be more robust, but it's also the most efficient way to efficiently focus that light.
When it comes to lighting, it's not necessarily the diode that you use, it's what you do with the light that's emitting from the diode, correct?
Yeah, exactly. So everybody has their hands on the exact same LED chips. The LED chip technology is universal. It's how you focus that light. So we take this TIR optic, it captures all of that light, reduces the amount of glare, and gets the light right where you need it.
Not only are you getting the quality with the optic, which really gets that efficient light shining down the road, but also the housing and the plug connectors here. I've actually got to install these on my own personal vehicle as well as some vehicles here at etrailer, and the quality on the harness is really just mind-blowing compared to what you see else on the market. And that's the thing, is when you have good connections that are going to stay water resistant, a housing that's going to hold up, that makes for a much better lamp long term. You're not going to have to worry about loose connections. And not only are you getting really good light, but also you can accent your vehicle. So a little bit of backlight can change the look of the vehicle as well.
Yeah, exactly. All of our smaller pods, as you see me and Brad holding here, all the 3 smaller sizes have a single color backlight. You can either get amber, white, blue, or red. And then you get up here in the larger pods, and you get our SS5 in white. You actually have a selectable backlight. You can get 8 different colors, all from a single pod. It adds another little accent, or we call it backlight feature, for when you're not using that high power off-road light.
So that's the great part too, is you can still have the good look of this without going down the road, blinding the other people. But when you want to go off-roading, you can swap that back over and have light for days, be able to see exactly where you're going. And that's something that's neat too, is there's a lot of different applications of where these pods can go. So as far as ditch lights, rock lights, even on the back, hitch lights.
Yeah, one of our biggest sellers is we focus on vehicle-specific applications. We have over 200 vehicle-specific fog light kits, and our SS3 right here, we have an SAE-compliant fog light beam pattern. That's our top seller, and it fits right into your factory fog light location and gives you a compliant output pattern.
A hitch-mounted light, why would someone want this on their truck?
It's just really easy installation. It gets a pod mounted low in your bumper, so you get good reverse, running light, and brake light all out of a single pod, so a ton of functionality and a simple installation.
And so how does that work, when I want to run it into reverse or anything like that? How do you get the light functions to this light?
Yeah, it's a simple plug-and-play T-harness behind the bumper that plugs into the back of your 7-pin. You simply run it from there, grab the power, run it through your hitch, and plug it in.
Now, I want to have this light in here, but I still want to do truck things. So when I want to put a ball mount in, what's it take to get this thing out and my ball mount put back in?
Yeah, super easy. If you want to watch right here, you just stick your fingers in here, pop it back out. It's one easy 4-pin DT connector. And you even have a safety cap here so you can avoid corrosion when you're not using it.
And that's the little things, again, like the harness, that seems like such a small thing, but that really is, that's the power going to the light, and just a cap, something along those lines. If it's going to be, using a ball mount, you want to be able to keep that nice and clean for the next time you use it. So you guys put a lot of thought process into all your products, and it definitely shows. This attaches into the 2-inch receiver tube opening, and you'll see that you have a tab up top, as well as 2 of them that will go into your pin and clip holes. Now, if I have this in here and I'm worried about someone walking by and taking it, is there anything I can do to prevent that?
Yeah, super easy. These are designed to either be drilled out or cut off with some tin snips, so you can light a locking pin directly through it.
Beautiful. So that way you can lock that in place, and then you'll have a pin and clip ready to go if you do ever need to swap it out, but it'll be locked in. No one's going to be able to take your light. Looking at each of these lights, I see that there is slightly different textures even in the same pod. And what's the purpose of that? You mentioned TIR optics. Is that part of that?
Yeah, so with the TIR optic, it's fully clear and transparent, but you're able to texturize the top of it to get the pattern, the light pattern that you want. We have 5 different options, as you see right here on the ditch light location. That's our combo optic, very common for ditch lights, so you get some distance, but also a nice flood. But we also have flood, driving, spot, wide beam pattern for whatever use you need.
Well, that makes sense. So if you are an off-road application, you want that wider spread, you can definitely get that. But if you're just, have a passenger vehicle and you're out on the road, you're not losing that light, you're getting it directed where you need to be. And something else, he mentioned these ditch lights here. Installed some of these on a Tacoma, and I got to use their vehicle-specific brackets. These are wonderful. They bolt up to the hood. You have all the clearance to open up your hood still. You have adjustability, not only laterally, you can kind of rotate these and really get them exactly where you want. And again, that fit and finish and just thought process that Diode puts into all of these shines through with that fit and finish on those vehicle-specific brackets. So when looking at lights, if you do want something for your vehicle, make sure to use our fit guide to find something to fit specifically to yours. It's no secret that overlanding's kind of blown up as of recent, and a lot of that comes down to trucks having racks. That seems to be kind of the go-to. That way you can get all your accessories on there, and lighting is a big part of that. So as we have SS5s up here, something that's really cool is these are all linkable. So if you just start off with a few, you can always add on and just plug and play together, correct?
Correct. Yeah, you can simply buy each pod and buy the links, link them together, put them to a custom rack, or you can buy an entire setup such as this with a 7-pod setup where it comes with everything you need.
And I like the fact that you can change it out. You got amber out on the outsides, which is great, and then you have the clear on the insides, where sometimes you normally just see one light bar, it's all clear, and then you get what you get. With this, you have a little bit of customization, and also being able to change the backlight is really cool, so you can match the color of your vehicle and make it stand out.
Yeah, definitely. It's just a more modern take on the single-row light bar, and it's really a hot trend right now. It looks great.
So a huge thanks to Justin from Diode Dynamics for bringing the Tundra here and showing us some of their light features. I've had these on, I had SS3s on my own personal vehicle, and I'm telling you, driving at night with them on and then shutting them off, you realize how much you're missing, especially with deer or anything out on the road. As I mentioned earlier, having more light is better. If it saves you from hitting one thing that you weren't supposed to, they're totally worth it in every step of the way, and they look good doing it. Any final thoughts, Justin?
I really just wanted to say thank you to etrailer for the partnership and working with us. We really appreciate the support, and we're really just a one-stop shop for LED lighting. We're really proud to work for a company and make stuff in the United States, like I said at the beginning, but we have not just off-road lights. We have all your plug-and-play bulbs, your underglow, we have rock lights and some new light bars coming, so really exciting stuff, and we're happy for the partnership.